Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time you guys are watching this. As you guys can see behind me, I have my most favorite picture of my Corvette here on the wall. My wife got this picture for me, I think it was 4 Christmases ago. I think it was Christmas of 2014, I believe. It's a 6 foot long by 4 foot tall, and I absolutely love this picture. You guys have seen in other videos I've showed this picture. It is my absolute favorite. It was taken in Orbizonia, which was in my last video, as you guys saw. But I wanted to share something with you guys that I think is just so cool, and I thought maybe you guys would be interested in knowing about it. So one of the things that I absolutely love the most about YouTube is, for one, I love making videos. I love my car. I love car people. But it's been the communication I've had with other people on YouTube. Not necessarily people who create videos, but people who just watch the videos, comment on the videos, like the videos, whatever. A few months back, actually it was, I think it was July of 2018, I had a guy comment on one of my videos, I forget which one it was. He actually gave me his cell phone number and said, hey, can you text me? I have a question for you about my car. So I did. So I texted him, and his name was Paul. And it turns out he has a white C4. It's beautiful. He's a Miami Dolphins fan. He's got a green stripe up the hood with orange accents along the thing. I'll put a picture up right now so you guys can see it. It's pretty cool. But I've talked to him for a while. He's a truck driver. He had a few questions about the car. I talked to him about it. It's been really cool to get people's phone numbers and actually like make friends, not just people who comment on your video. But my most recent one has been pretty spectacular, and I'll tell you why. I had another guy comment on my video. It's probably been 3 to 4 weeks ago now. It's probably been about a month. And he said, hey man, I really like this video. It was the one about everything I love about the car. And he said, hey, I want to know if you like these wheels that I'm looking at getting for my C4. I think it was an 86, I believe is what his year is. Yeah, I think it was 86 is what he got. He sent me these wheels, and I was like, they look really nice. You can see that they're like a bronzish, copperish color, and they look really cool. But I told him that because C4s are kind of like, you know, the body lines are kind of flat and bland in today's standards compared to like the C7, I didn't know how those wheels would really look on a C4. But one of the pictures he sent me of his car, you could kind of see his wheels on the side. So I decided to go into Paint, Microsoft Paint on my computer, and just do a real quick, I put the picture of the wheel on his car and kind of blacked out the other areas. It looks bad, but you could kind of get a generalization of what it would actually look like. So I sent it to him. He's like, wow, he's like, how'd you do that? And I told him Microsoft Paint, blah, blah. And he said, yeah, they don't look too bad. And to be honest with you, I didn't think they looked bad at all. I'm sure there's a lot of people that might think they look terrible, but that's their opinion. And it's my opinion that they look good. I told him that, you know, surprisingly, they do actually look nice. And, you know, black cars with brown wheels or copper wheels or gold wheels do look pretty sweet. However, after he sent me these pictures of, I think he sent me like 6 or 7 of them, but he told me that he just bought the car a few days ago, and the reason he bought the car is because he loved my videos so much of everything I loved about my car that it made him like C4s enough to go out and buy one. And I was just like, really? Like I never, like when I started making videos 9 years ago, it wasn't about cars. It was just about me being stupid and my goofy self. But when I started making videos directly about my vehicles, I never, ever expected anybody to go out and buy a car because they liked the way I liked my car. So it completely took me like by surprise, and I thought it was awesome. So that, like I said, that was like 4 weeks ago, and to this day, we have literally texted every single day about Corvette stuff. This guy lives in Iowa. His name is Mike, and we become good friends through texting because he sent me his number and texted him stuff. But he actually ordered a different kind of wheel for his car. He ended up not going with those. So he's getting other wheels for his car. But he's always asking questions about the car, telling me how much he loves it. And of course in Iowa, he's getting a lot of snow right now, so he can't really drive it a lot. But he has been driving it every once in a while because he just got the car. He's excited. Him and his girlfriend go out and they love it, and it's been awesome. So anyways, he got the car and he wanted to tell me about it, and then he was like, well, you know, here's a C5 for sale, what do you think? And I was looking at it, and it's a really good price, it's a good color, it's all black, which black's my hair color, of Corvettes, of course. But I told him, you know, C5s are newer, they have a faster engine, they have the round body style, which some people love, some people don't like. I prefer the C5 roundness over the C4, but I love the C4. And I have told him, and I've told you guys before too, that some people who have had C5s in the past, who also had C4s, actually missed their C4 when they went to the C5. Reason being, I don't know. I know I'd probably miss mine. I'm never getting rid of mine, but if I were to get a C5 on top of my C4, I'm sure I would still prefer the C4, just because the seating position is different. It has that, what they call a timeless design. It never looks like it's old. And it's, I don't know how to explain it, but it's just, the C4 is something special. So he did text me then, he told me, just to let you know, newsflash, I'm keeping the C4, and I was very happy to hear that. But I did tell him that, you know, no matter what car you want, it's your car, it's your money, it's your opinions, whatever you want to do. It's, as long as you're not buying a Mustang or something, do it. Buy a Corvette, whatever year you want. And one of the really cool things, I think this was probably one of the most coolest things he has told me about owning his Corvette. He told me that whenever he goes out to his garage and gets in his car and drives it, he said he's driving a C4 Corvette, but what he actually thinks he's driving is this. Now, how awesome is that? Like, he told me, he's like, I see my Corvette, but I actually, when I see it, this is what I see. And it's a Lamborghini. Like, yeah, Lamborghinis are so much more expensive. Yeah, that one especially is a lot faster. It sounds better. It's got a lot better interior. But the fact that his C4 Corvette, that is over 30 years old now, reminds him of being in a Lamborghini, I think that says a lot. I mean, yeah, they're both black, and they're both sports cars, but that's just cool. I mean, if he were to say it's like being in a, you know, a C5 Corvette, yeah, because they're both the same car. But when you go from a Corvette to a Lamborghini and think, you know, driving your car reminds you of being in that kind of car, that's pretty awesome. Another thing he told me is that he would like to meet sometime to do a video together, which I think would be absolutely awesome. I did have a guy from Dillsburg area telling me he'd like to meet this spring or summer to make a video together, which I'm all for, 100%. But Mike told me, he's like, hey, it's like, maybe we should meet in Chicago. And I was like, yeah, I said, we could, but that's like a 13-hour drive for me. And he's like, oh, it's like 3 or 4 for me. And I'm like, yeah, so that's, he's like, let's try to find a more like 50-50 area. So I'm like, yeah, somewhere close to maybe Ohio, maybe, or I don't know. I don't really know. I don't know how far Iowa is from those locations, but a little closer to home. So who knows? Maybe in the future we might get together and make a video, which would be absolutely epic. Mike also told me that one of the things that surprised him about the car was that how solid it was. He said that when you're driving over bumps and stuff, it doesn't rattle and shake and rattle like a lot of cars that age would do. And I know my car, like when you go over bumps and stuff, you'll hear some things rattle. But I mean, it's over 30 years old. I think it's to be expected. But he was impressed with how well the car was put together and how well it has maintained that togetherness over 30 years, which I 100% agree with him on that. So yeah, I thought that was a really cool story. I just never expected it to happen like that. Yeah, so a goofball like myself making videos about my car, about what I love about the car, which, by the way, it's gotten, I think, 12,000 views now, which blows my mind. I never, ever expected that video to get that many views, but it has, and I've gotten a lot of comments on it. Thanks to you guys for the comments, and a lot of areas of other videos with like the problems I have with the car. People have given me information on how to fix things, and I've done them. Some of them, there's some more to come. Actually, 2 of the parts for the car are actually laying right behind the camera. I can see them right here, and they're going to be going on the car here in a few months, a few weeks, a few months. I'm not sure when, but soon. But again, I never thought that somebody watching the video would be like, huh. And he told me, Mike told me, that he's always liked Corvettes. He's always appreciated them. He never owned one, but after watching my video, he decided he wanted to buy a C4, and he said that he's absolutely loved it. He said it just feels like a rocket, and he just loves driving it. And he drives a concrete truck for a living, so there's a slight difference between a concrete truck and a Corvette, not only size-wise, but speed-wise and just fun-wise. But right now he's laid off because of the snowy season and not really pouring much concrete this time of year. So anyways, I want to keep this video short. I know a lot of you guys like the shorter videos, so here you go. Here's a short one. But yeah, so if you guys are contemplating maybe making a channel about your car, just think, maybe someone will go out and buy a car just because you like it. So anyways, guys, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I really appreciate your support. Please subscribe. Take care, and I'll see you later. Bye.